In this lecture, we are going to look at upskilling and reskilling the workforce. Upskilling means adding additional skills to your current workforce. Reskilling means retraining your employees for other tasks. We are going to look at the pace of AI adoption, the fact that employees need AI literacy, considerations for upskilling and reskilling. We will then define what AI literacy is, look at components of AI literacy, and then the importance of future-proofing your organization. A fun statistic to get us started here. ChatGPT was released in November of 2022. It gained 1 million users in the first 5 days and had reached 100 million users in January 2023. That makes ChatGPT the fastest adopted software platform in history. The main takeaways here for employers are that, number one, there is widespread recognition of AI's utility. And number two, it's not evident here, but perhaps this is indicated in the statistics, folks are using ChatGPT at work. And we know based on a number of reports that folks are inputting the personally identifiable information of their colleagues or their customers into these publicly available tools. They are also inputting confidential business information. For these and other reasons, it's really important that our workforce is trained not only on the utility and importance of artificial intelligence, but they also know how to use it properly at work. Employees need AI literacy, not just so that they can do their jobs more effectively, but so that they don't cause an unauthorized breach. In 2023, Samsung employees used ChatGPT to upload, review, and optimize confidential information. Through this upload, these employees gave this information to OpenAI. Once they had discovered that they shouldn't have done this, there was limited recourse to retrieve or remove that data from ChatGPT. That confidential information, therefore, became part of the model and is potentially accessible by others. I imagine all of your organizations have some sensitive information that should not be given to ChatGPT. This is just one reason why employees need AI literacy. Again, not just so they can use it to be more productive with their own work, but to prevent unauthorized breaches like this. Some top-line considerations here. Employees use AI to increase productivity for work purposes. They should be allowed to do that. At the same time, employees need to know what information they can share with AI and what information they cannot share. For example, is it okay to input meeting notes in order to produce a quick 5-sentence summary of that meeting? What about confidential information? What about PII? These are all things that employees need training on. So what is AI literacy? In short, AI literacy is the knowledge and skills necessary to understand, use, and interact with AI responsibly and effectively. It's the ability to make informed decisions about AI, to understand the implications of its use and adoption, to navigate the ethical considerations, and it's the capacity to leverage AI to drive efficiency, innovation, and strategic advantage. There are 3 components of AI literacy. There's the technical understanding, the practical understanding, and the ethical understanding. And we're not going to dive into these here, but if you were to hit pause and you were to reflect on this course, you would definitely be able to identify topics that covered each of these 3 categories. Domain 1 covered a lot of the technical understanding. When we looked at the different risk management frameworks and AI ethics and principles, we covered the practical and ethical understanding. Finally, it's important that your workforce is AI literate in order to future-proof your organization. Goldman Sachs has recently released a report estimating that generative AI could expose 300 million jobs globally to automation. This automation is most likely to disrupt work responsibilities that carry out repetitive tasks, such as data entry and forms processing. The report also lists 5 sectors as being particularly vulnerable. These include banking, media, legal, marketing, and finance. In contrast, there are 3 broad skills that are less likely to be automated. They include creative, critical thinking, and emotional intelligence. In this lecture, we have discussed the importance of reskilling and upskilling your workforce by promoting AI literacy. We started by looking at the pace of adoption of ChatGPT as an example. Again, ChatGPT was released in November of 2022, and by January of 2023, it had reached 100 million users, making it the fastest adopted software platform in history. With regards to AI literacy considerations, remember your workforce needs to know not just how to use the tools in order to be more productive and efficient at work, but they need to know the implications from an acceptable use policy point of view. For example, what can't they input into these models? We defined AI literacy as the knowledge and skills necessary to understand, use, and interact with AI responsibly and effectively, the ability to make informed decisions about AI, the ability to understand the implications of AI's use and adoption, the ability to navigate ethical considerations, and finally, the capacity to leverage AI to drive efficiency, innovation, and strategic advantage. 3 components of AI literacy include a technical understanding, a practical understanding, and an ethical understanding. And finally, AI literacy is important for future-proofing your career and organization. As a recent Goldman Sachs report has estimated, work responsibilities that are highly repetitive, such as data entry and forms processing, are most vulnerable to being replaced by automation. And it is less likely that jobs including creativity, critical thinking, and emotional intelligence will be automated.